Hello everyone, and today we're going to be trying to complete this Lego build. I completed half of it, building the Lego Stratocaster, so now we're going to build the amp that's supposed to go with it. So let's just try and get started right away. I need to get this kind of off my space, but things have also been kind of annoying and bothering me, so I decided it's a good time to try and continue this. So some things that I have changed is that I changed around which camera goes where. The crappier camera is focused on me because I figure it's probably better to have higher definition on all the little pieces on the table. So yeah, and then I'm going to use this shotgun microphone, which is pointed directly at me. Before it was on the camera pointing at me. So things may get a little different. You may get a little different types of reverberations from the room. I have no clue, honestly. So yeah, so one of my main issues right now is simply money. I just don't have any. I can't do anything. I'm kind of stuck right now. So the only logical decision typically is to get a job. And unfortunately, I'm not really one to just go in and do whatever just to do it. I'm kind of looking for hopefully more valuable experience. I want to do more retail type stuff typically, rather than I don't want to do fast food. I think I might have talked about this before. But yeah, that's the main thing I don't want to do is fast food. So I'm just having a hard time trying to find something other than that I hopefully won't hate and absolutely despise. So one thing that I considered doing was I was going to try and start doing guitar lessons for beginner to intermediate guitar players. Because I'm obviously not a professional guitar player, but it's easy enough to teach someone the very basics of how to play and then teach them how to teach themselves. Because that's basically what happened to me. For the most part, I was self-taught, and I did have a teacher or a mentor kinda who was helping me along, but for the most part he was basically just teaching me how to teach myself songs. Cause that's kind of been my mentality is with trying to get a job, was that no one will hire me for a job that I want, so I'll try and make a job that I want. Unfortunately, that hasn't been working out. Of course, because I'm trying to start my small business, but I need some funding to start it. I've been trying for quite a while now, but it just has been very slow, and I haven't had a whole lot go my way in that field yet. So I feel like I'm getting closer to that objective, like starting the business, but right now it's all coming down to the funding. And knowing how things are, I can't take a loan or something like that, because I would need to pay it back, and I don't know when they would start. It all depends, but I have a feeling that I would get stuck and wouldn't be able to pay it off. I also don't have any sort of credit right now, so I don't think that they would give me a loan either way. I don't know exactly how all that stuff works, because I've never had to do anything like that. But yeah, I have not had a job long enough to build my credit or even start it. Something I did to try and start my business was I was developing these skulls here. These are not in a completely original model. There was an original creator. I think I might have talked about it before, but I don't remember exactly how or where I did. But there was an original creator of the low poly skull model, which then got remixed and that's what's called when you make changes to a model on Thingiverse, which is a 3D model download site for 3D printing. And so they made the remix of the original skull pick holder, because that's what it is it's not just a skull, but it's also got slots in the top, so that can be a pick holder, and then the picks look like a mohawk. The thing about it is that some people just rip the model and sell it, which is a thing. People have done it all the time, and they sell these stupid little trinkets like the little lizards that are flexy and stuff like that, the print and place models that can move, and people always steal that and then just post it on Etsy or some stupid crap like that without any effort basically put into it. And the guy who posted the original skull pick holder model specifically says, do not sell this thing. You can make it for friends, you can do whatever as long as you don't make money on it, and because it's Creative Commons, that kind of thing. It's not yours to profit off of, basically. But here's the thing. The reason why I'm doing it is because I changed it. So I changed it so that I changed the way that the pick slots, I changed the pick slots completely. I mostly just took inspiration from the original model. But not only with that, but I also created a cavity in mine to weigh it down with BBs and glue in the BBs. So not only am I making something that's slightly different, the end product is very different because there's actually a physical service that goes along with it. I also am trying to find the best way to keep it from slipping around on the table, because the flat surface on the bottom creates a very slippy surface for it, and sometimes if the picks get gripped or caught in the slots in any way, even if it's just because you're grabbing at a bad angle, let alone if it was for some reason the print came out bad. Obviously you couldn't sell that if it did. But yeah, if it gets gripped on there, it slides around the table, and that's just not good, at least not in my opinion. So I wanted to try and fix that. So I also put rubber feet on it, but the current ones that I have, they make it a lot taller. I don't really like it, so I want something that's a little more low profile. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I need stuff that is anti-slip, but that is not thick. That doesn't make it taller. One solution is to just 3D print some sort of base for it out of TPU, but I don't have money for the TPU, and I'm not for sure if I can print TPU on any of my machines. I think the Bamboo Lab might be able to handle it. It should, but I'm not 100% for sure. The Ender 3 V3 SE should, but that thing is still broken, though I am getting closer to solving that, I think. What the hell? Okay, there we go. That's why that wasn't working. But yeah, I need a solution for that. Another thing I thought about was Gorilla grip tape, because there's some tape that's kind of gritty. The only problem is that I don't know if the grip is how sandpaper like it is, and if it will slide around, if it's just going to scratch up people's tables, because that'll be pretty bad. The other issue with it is that I have to cut it to the exact right size and dimensions, so that's another issue. Because there was also this, I forgot what it's called, but it's a material that's kind of like, it's dotted and stuff, and it's can be used as a grip for opening jars and stuff, and people use it for anti-skid stuff, but then it's the same issue, a lot of waste with it, and you have to cut it to the right form, and then you also have to figure out how to glue it into proper place. So there's a lot of things to think about, and I don't know exactly how to do that. But yeah, The main problem I have, like I was saying, the main problem, can I get this on here, please? My main problem right now is money, and I was gonna try and fix it by doing guitar lessons. I'm missing a piece. And it could have fallen because it's been a couple weeks since I've done this. Oh, here it is, thank God. I lost my train of thought again. I was gonna try and do guitar lessons, but one problem that I realized was that since I'm mostly self-taught, I don't know if I was taught the right way to play guitar from the beginning. I think there's a lot of things that I could do more efficiently. Yeah, for the most part, I think I'm getting a handle on all the things that a beginner should know. Alright, we've also just completed the first bag, which was bag 9. Right now it's kind of bent inwards. Hopefully that'll fix itself once we square it off a little more. We just have this right now, the very bottom of the cabinet, and the spring tank. So now we're moving on to bag 10. Oh shit. Not a good start. Just dumped a bunch of stuff with this big dome piece. It was actually this, I think it's only the 2 pieces, so I didn't see anything else. Okay, so yeah. So I was trying to do research on how to properly teach, guitar, or at least what concepts need to be known. Because a lot of the concepts I know, I just need to know what should be done for the beginner state of learning. So I do believe I have figured out, for the most part, what I need to know. At least for the beginner. I don't know about getting into intermediate stuff. I think that at that point it's more about learning songs that you want to learn, and then learning concepts from there. Especially just to keep the attention of the student, whether it be an adult or a child. So the other issue is just simply trying to figure out how to advertise it. The only way that I currently can think of is advertising, is creating a Facebook Marketplace listing. And I don't know how well it's going to go because it's not a place that you typically go for services, especially like that. I don't know where you would go to look for something like that for guitar lessons, unless you just look it up online in general. But then I'm probably not even going to show up. It's probably going to be like Guitar Center or some other places, who knows. There's this one place that is local called Allegro, I think, School of Music, something like that. And they actually were hiring, they were / I think are hiring guitar teachers. But everywhere that you go that is professional, or quote-unquote professional, they're anywhere that's very corporate, they want you to have a bachelor's degree in music, which is kind of oxymoronic if you ask me, because you're teaching someone what you know. It's hard for me to describe it exactly without it just seeming too simplified and stupid. But you're teaching someone who obviously doesn't have the degree. You're usually teaching children. And there's a certain point where, you could teach them everything you know. But also, you're just, the way, if you need the way you teach someone with a bachelor's degree is not going to keep their attention, at least not typically the way I think about it. Because if you have a degree in music, I don't know what there is to even learn with a degree other than music theory. And no student wants to learn music theory, at least right off the bat, typically. I'm going to say 99% of people don't want to learn music theory in their first 10 lessons. So I just don't see the point. I get the idea of why it's important, but I think that it's stupid, and it was lame that I couldn't get the job. Especially if most of the time you're just going to be teaching the basics in the first place. But, you know, it's just my dumb, uneducated opinion. So, yeah, that's been my main struggle, was jobs. I have applied through Indeed at a couple different locations. Right now, I've applied at 2 different Walgreens stores, which are just basically little variety stores. I was gonna say gas stations, but they're not gas stations. I don't think any of them have gas at them. But yeah, they're variety things, kind of like Walmart, but much smaller. And then they also handle pharmacy. I guess some Walmarts also do that. I think no, do they? I don't know. But yeah, so I applied at a couple of those, and I applied at a Petco because they want a sales associate for, you know, doing pet stuff. I have 2 dogs. They asked you what you were comfortable working with, and there was quite a few things that I had actually forgotten about. Like fish. I had not considered working with fish. Another thing was rodent-style pets, as in gerbils, hamsters, but also mice and rats. Not very keen on that. But the worst one was they mentioned... Oh, there's 2 of them actually. I don't know which one was worse, but there's also reptiles, and they grouped spiders and other creepy crawlies in with reptiles, because I think usually people who like snakes like spiders and all that stuff. I do not want to touch a spider or a snake, so I'd just rather not about that. And then the other one was working with crickets, which I'm guessing is feeding the snakes. Which I don't know. They had crickets in its own column, in its own category. So I don't know what that's about. Because I would assume that the crickets are to feed the reptiles of sorts. You know, things that eat the crickets. But I'm not fully for sure. Haven't heard back from them, but it's only been a couple days, and I don't know if they're waiting for more people or something, but I think a few of the listings had been at least a week old, and that's at least, so they might have been much longer, so maybe they've already filled the positions and didn't take down the listing, which I think happens semi-frequently, because I find a lot of positions that have been up for at least a month and just have no, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's gonna ever have anything happen with it. Okay, so there's apparently supposed to be another sticker, but I have no idea where the stickers are. I really hope I didn't lose the stickers. I might have to go to Lego support to go get frickin' stickers. Oh, wait. What the hell is this? I found a bigger sticker that's a Lego Fender logo, but for actual size. Oh, here we go. So it is a Princeton Reverb. And they give me a little serial number, I guess. I don't know if that's the same serial number as everything else, as all the other ones, or if it's unique. But yeah, so there's my neck plate that I was missing. There's the badge that I'm going to have to put on. This is another badge that I'm going to have to put on. And then there's also going to be a serial number somewhere. Not going to lie, it's pretty cool, especially if the serial number is actually unique. I don't know if these were made in big, huge batches. I mean, that's how it usually has to be, but the date does say 04/06/2020, which I'm guessing is just a date, possibly. I don't know. Oh wait, no, because it was made in 2021. Because the copyright says 2021, at least. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe the numbers will be the same. I'll have to check 60 cycle hums video. Ryan. I'll have to check Ryan's video. See if he had the same thing or not. The same God dang it, what's it called? I've been saying it, but now I lost it. Serial number. Let's go with that. I think that's the right word. Okay. So now we're working on the speaker, like, baffle. So yeah, I know I've been having to keep going back to it, but job has been a big issue, and I can't get hired anywhere I want to work. I've been trying to get in at a music store forever because that's like the perfect job for me. That's what I'm born to do, pretty much. But God forbid, something actually works out, in my favor at least. So, yeah, it's been frustrating, extremely frustrating, trying to even attempt to just get in somewhere that I'm not gonna absolutely despise. That's my main problem, is I'm not in a place right now where I can just do any job. Physically, I can do just any job, but mentally, I don't think I could handle just any job. Not after working at Drive Up and Go at a grocery store. That crap really bugged me. Really threw off my whole trying to get job career. Really pissed me off and all of the above. Speaking of pissing me off, there was a situation that came back to haunt me after like a month of it going down. So it's gonna be a strange order of telling, but basically it ended with the seller, because this was about buying something. The seller calling me petty because I gave her a negative review. I gave them a negative review. Okay, let's do this like a normal storytelling. So, basically, I've had the Line 6 Spider 4 for a while, and I actually really like the amp tones themselves, but it does not accept pedals very well and has no effects loop. It does have effects built into it for the most part, but you have to go up and turn knobs to turn on the effects, like chorus, phaser, the reverb, I think. I don't know. You have to turn on the effects with knobs and not even buttons. And either way, no one wants to go up and push a button on their amp mid-song. So I would like to get a controller board for the Line 6 Spider 4. The problem is that they don't make a good, actually compatible Line 6 Spider controller for the Line 6 Spider 4. I believe the best functional one is the long board or short board version 2 or something like that, which I think is what I was trying to buy. Whatever the best one for that one is what I was trying to buy. Because there's also the version 1, but it's not as good. It doesn't work as well. And then there's also the new longboard or whatever controller goes with the Line 6 Spider 5, but it doesn't actually control properly like it should for whatever reason. At least that's what I've heard online, and there's not a whole lot of discussion because not a whole lot of people like the Line 6 Spiders. So, yeah, I found this listing for the longboard, for the shortboard V2, for $60. Normally, people want kind of not outrageous money, but it's obviously way out of my price range. But that was attainable with the help of my parents. But the barrier is that it's a local listing, and they want to sell locally, in person, because they're a lazy motherfucker that is just selling out of pure convenience, basically. That's what they came down to, and that's what it seems like not a lot of people, but that's what I'm seeing a lot more on Reverb and stuff like that. It just seems like people just like to post and just throw listings on there, but they're listed as local only, and then they don't really want to actually put effort into trying to get rid of whatever they have. Oh, I forgot to put all the flat parts on here. So, yeah, anyway, this was on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm sitting here messaging her through the Marketplace division of Messenger, and I'm trying to set up a meet with them, because that's how it has to happen. I think they preferred if I came directly to them, but or they wouldn't even tell me like a proper location. So they would keep telling me to try and meet them after work and stuff. So I'm just trying my damnedest to try and set something up with this person, and they're just being difficult and they're slow to reply, like everything. The only thing they weren't was unfriendly, luckily. But all of like the negative traits in a seller, they pretty much had except for unfriendliness. So yeah, I'm trying to set up the date, and they're just being really hard about it and not working with me whatsoever. I'm trying to accommodate this person's schedule and everything, to a certain degree, at least. And so, yeah, there's this one day where me and my family are out, and I texted her the day before, and I think maybe the day before that, the day before we went out, and I said, me and my family will be out in the morning. Do you think you might be able to meet then at the place we were going? Because I think it was Floor and Decor, because my dad's been doing a kitchen remodel, so he wanted to look at tiles and stuff or some crap like that. And they said, yeah, just let me know when you're out. So I do. I let them know when we're going out. And I let them know before we're going out. I say we're going into town, something like that. At least I think it did. I might be wrong about that one. But I also say, at least I say when we're there, because I know we're going to be there for a while, because my dad's going to sit there and gawk at all the things, because it's a big decision. So yeah, I let her know, and there's no reply for a while. So 30 minutes later, I text her, or I don't remember exactly how it went down. It's hard to remember, but I'm sitting here trying to get a hold of them while we're in Floor and Decor, and we're in there for at least an hour, or I don't think quite 2 hours, but an hour and a half. And the whole time we're there, I never get a reply. And so we get home. I don't remember what time, but I think it was in the afternoon. I don't remember exactly when. I think around maybe 3 o'clock. They said they were, because when we were leaving, I told them, like, never mind and all that. And then around, like, 3 o'clock, we might have been, like, out of town, like, at noon or 11 or something like that. There's so many little things I don't remember, because it's actually been a couple weeks since the last part, but this is happening, like, a month or 2 months ago now. So I'm trying my damnedest to just get a hold of this person and try and make it easier, get the meet to happen sooner, because with the market, with the seller market or whatever, it can be sold at any time, something like that. But yeah, and then she texts back like later in the day, much later in the day, and said, yeah, I didn't even check my messages until noon. I said in the morning, and you confirmed that. What about noon is morning to you? So clearly this person doesn't, like, get up out of bed very often. Which they apparently have a job, so that's surprising. And so, yeah. So now I'm continuing to try and work something out with them, because I'm also trying to work it out with my mom, because usually I like to go out with her, and then she doesn't want me to go by myself when I go and do these things. Even though I'm a legal adult now. I'm 21. I'm a legal drinking adult, but yeah, she wants me to have someone with me, and a lot of my friends are always busy or off doing their own thing. So, yeah, I'm sitting here trying to work it out that works with my mom's schedule, my I don't have a schedule, but my stuff. Actually, I think I did have a schedule at that point, because I was doing some online classes or something. And I'm trying to find something that works with their schedule. And we finally pinned down something that works for all of us. I'm sitting here trying to figure it out, and I'm texting them over like 2 days, I think, for this specific section of trying to figure out this one day. This is after this is not including anything before or during the Floor and Decor incident. So this is after. I think we're talking for a day or two, trying to figure it out. And we finally pinned something down. She's like, yep, that works for me. And I confirmed the date, all of it. I double check, and this is the date we were supposed to go out and meet, either the day or I think it was the next day that we're supposed to meet. So it's the day before, and I'm checking to make sure that she's still on board with it. And she says, yeah, we're all ready to go. I checked again to get my facts straight, trying to recur this story to a friend, and it was literally 33 minutes later. She texts me and says, by the way, that's one thing that really gets me. By the way, someone came by and picked up the unit, so you don't have to worry about coming in or something or coming and picking it up tomorrow or whatever, something like that. And said thank you for your time or something like that, maybe. I don't even know. I don't remember. I was so just pissed off. I had worked so hard with this person, trying to do the most basic communications with them, and they were being so inconsiderate, so just annoying. And this is the outcome. That's the outcome, is that they sell it to someone else who walks by. That's not the exact situation that happened, but you know what I mean. Someone just comes along and buys it, and she just gets rid of it. Because she's not doing it she doesn't give a shit. She just wants to get rid of it. She just wants money. She doesn't have, I don't know if she has a conscience. I don't know if she has morals. I don't know what she has, but clearly none of it applied to helping me out after dealing with her. Let me stop the story for a second. We have completed, I think, 2 more sections. It was one or two. There's one section. So here's what we have: the grill of the amp done. I'm supposed to have the badge here, but I haven't put it on yet because of the sticker. They have this really cool system going here. Hang on, I gotta fix this a little bit. Where you have the speaker back here, and it has connectors for the wires and stuff, which is really cool. I don't know exactly why it's gold. I don't know if the Princeton backing is gold. I don't think it would be. Usually they're silver terminals, at least with the metal here, because this is a magnet, so usually it has to be some sort of silver, or not, it's some sort of metal, basically, not shiny, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But what's really cool is, to function like screws, they have these studs here. And so this speaker is actually loose fitting in there. If you take the studs out, you can take the speaker out, which is really cool, actually. It's actually in there quite sturdily right now, but that's all by the friction of the 4 studs, and that's like genius, actually. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. That's pretty cool. So now we're moving on to bag 11. So I think this is where things are going to get harder, a lot more time consuming, because we've been pretty quick about building this comparatively to the guitar. But this is where I think it's getting into all the little details of the circuitry and possibly the tubes, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, she sells it out from underneath me. Coming back to my story, I think that's where I left off. She sells it out from underneath me because she doesn't care. She just wants to get rid of it, probably, something like that. And so I'm just so frustrated because life is already like stinking up a storm. And then I thought this was like one thing that I was like really looking forward to, and she just fucking rips it without any remorse. And so I'm just sitting here thinking, like, for the time being, I'm just thinking. I think about it for a few days because it really pissed me off. I know it's kind of something. It was a good deal, and I had it all lined up, and you've already discussed that she was difficult about it in the first place. So I feel like it makes I justified in being a little freaking upset about it. And so I'm just sitting here, kind of stewing in it for a few days. And Facebook Marketplace lets you review someone after so long of chatting with them. So a long time ago in this conversation that I was having with her from the beginning, I could have reviewed her and I could have said anything I wanted to based off of what she said and stuff. But that's kind of stupid. I'm not going to just review someone for no reason. I'll review them, give them a good review if they provide what's asked, describe it well, all that stuff. Usually it's an online seller, so it all works out. This time it did not. But because I can review her and she did something really shitty, I gave her a pseudo shitty review. I gave her 2 stars out of courtesy, and I said what happened. I'd said in the review how I worked. I was working hard with them, trying to set up a date. They were pretty I don't know if I said that they were unresponsive. And I don't remember exactly what all was said, but nothing I said was slander. Everything I said was exactly what happened. And in the end, I said that she, after finally pinning down the date, after working with her for so long, she sells it 30 minutes later, because that's what happened. And so I post the review. I don't know if it was her only review, because I don't know if she had sold many things. But, yeah. For a long time, that's the end of it. I thought it was the end of it. I started to forget about the whole situation. I was able to move on with my life. And then I've been having a bout of narcolepsy, kinda. No, not narcolepsy, it's the opposite. Maybe? It's the one where you can't fall asleep at night. And so I was up at like midnight because I couldn't sleep. It's from a mix of different things in life right now. The frustrations of work, or trying to get work, of trying to figure out my life in general. And it's all just very frustrating, obviously. Okay, well, I'm supposed to put... I've been kind of distracted because it was telling me to put the barcode, or the serial number, on one of these little things. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm trying to... where was I? So yeah, I'm having my fit of narcolepsy, and so I think I was kind of just about to fall asleep, actually, which makes it all the better. I hear this weird noise come from my phone. I don't know, it came from somewhere. I didn't know at the time. I was like, what the hell is that noise? Because on my phone, I usually always have the notifications and my ringtone turned to vibrate. It's just when I was in school, anytime I turned on my notifications / ringtone, I would always forget to turn it off in school, and then I'd have to be the guy who sits there all ashamed and be like, oh, I forgot my phone, my ringtone. So yeah, I have just always had it on vibrate, and I can usually hear it when it vibrates. But this time, it wasn't a vibration. It was this weird sound. So I come to the deduction that it should be my phone, because it sounded like something like... It kind of sounded like a Facebook Messenger noise, because it had like that little like ding sound. Pating. I think that's kind of how it is. So I checked my phone, and it was this fucking lady. And this is a month later almost. It's at least 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure it's 2 to 4 weeks later. Which just amazes me that they're getting pissed off about it now. Because I had left the review so long ago. but they're just getting pissy at me now. I don't know if something happened to their account or something because of my review, but you know, f***ing good, honestly. Anyway, they text me at midnight and come at me saying, you don't have to be petty just because I didn't sell the product to you. Get over yourself. Something like that. It's at least the short version. I think there was a few more lines in there of some dog shit. And I'm just amazed. I don't know what to say to her. 'Cause I'm just like, wow. This lady has so much audacity to fucking lead me on this long and then just not even try and act like she has any morals in this selling situation. You know, she acts like everything is all set up and that everything is good to go, and then immediately sells the item, the Line 6 foot controller. And then I give them an honest review because they were a crappy seller that did something crappy, and she has the audacity to come at me saying that I'm full of myself because she is a shithead. It just there's so many things running through my mind at this point because I'm already trying to fall asleep, but now I'm filled with so many negative emotions, and I'm just so frustrated with this person because it's just stupid. They just don't even deserve to be able to come back at me. But yet they did. And so eventually I come to the conclusion of what I'm going to say back to them. And it's effectively something, if I remember correctly, something like, it's not my fault, or it's really hard. It was something that was it was polite, but it also gave tones of frustration, annoyance, all of the, because I was trying my best not to just blow up at her, because sometimes people are stupid, and she is most definitely, apparently not the brightest bulb, because I guess she's full of herself if that's how she thinks that this goes. She does something shitty, I tell people that she does something shitty, and then I'm the bad guy for it. But basically, I try and send the message, and it says, "Oh, we cannot send the message. An error occurred," and it was immediate. It didn't even like try and send. So, yeah, I go to actually revise my review and give her the 1 star, because it's not out of pettiness. Still, it's just that she's literally being the shittiest seller in the f***ing world. Because now she's also being rude. But her account wouldn't load, and it didn't say that it was private, because if it's private, then it'll show up as private. I was trying to find her account so I could redo the review. I don't know if I could actually redo my review, but that's what I was trying to do, and the account wouldn't show up. So basically, what I've deduced is that she blocked me immediately after she had a one-sided rebuttal. That, or she deleted her account because of whatever my review did to her. So I'm just still amazed at that whole situation. And now I'm kind of being petty and in telling you this story, because I actually kind of wanted to make a review. I mean, not a review, a video about this whole situation. And I wonder if I should clip it and make it into a separate video just to make it more watchable or findable, so I can get more opinions. But like, am I the bad guy in this situation? Like, come on. I understand that the seller can do whatever they want, but like, and I just don't know. Because there's a certain amount of effort that should go into selling something. A lot of people just post stuff just to just throw it up there, like, and then I never even pay much attention to those listings because they only throw up like one grainy picture in the dark or some garbage like that. But I don't know, she posted a few pictures or whatever, so at least there was that. But after, she didn't even want to like deal with anything that came with the in-between of selling the thing. So I'm just really, I'm right now reliving the situation. I'm annoyed, but I had gotten over it. I still am technically over it, but I'm still annoyed remembering it because it's so just, I hate people so much. I'm just so sick of people. I'm sick of everyone. This is why I can't play online games, because people are such utter garbage, and people will exploit anything that it takes to be an absolute shithead, and that makes them feel good even if they're literally using 0% of their brain to just be good. Numbers get big, so that makes them happy even if they're not actually doing anything fulfilling. And that's kind of just the way that I see a lot of people in real life, is that they just kind of do things for them to be easy. And and then when morals come in, it just doesn't matter. Especially when it has to do something on the internet, like selling something over the internet or something like that. I just don't know. This whole situation, I still want to know if I am the one who is bad here, because I don't think so. It's r/am I the asshole? Because I really don't. God damn it. Okay, I found it. Thank God.
Hey, where's my tickets to the Sonics game? They were here just a second ago. Somebody stole my tickets to the Sonics game! This stinks! This is total BS! Got him.
But I really don't think that I was the person who deserved to be absolutely destroyed. I mean, I guess I technically destroyed her in a certain circumstance. I don't know for sure what the hell happened to her, if I'm blocked or if she actually deleted her account. But, I mean, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, she kind of deserved it. So, I don't know. I don't know if she really needed to delete her account, if that's what happened. But I gave her the review of what she did. So, that's how she chose to handle it. And it was, of course, poorly. Not something to get a better review. Didn't even try and, like, appeal in any way. She just doubled down. Because she's all that. I'm guessing that's how she feels about herself. I mean, I hate to just be the person who just, like, absolutely slams her. Even though she really did piss me off. But her profile picture, from the little bit that I could see, because it's this itty-bitty icon, she looked like she was dressed like a hoe. She looked like she was posing like a hoe. So she ends up acting like a hoe. You know what that's called? She a hoe. That's my like I said, I don't mean to be absolutely mean to the person, even though they absolutely deserve it. But they're getting what they deserve right now. I don't just shit on people to just do it. I rarely ever do, unless it's just some rando online in a video game that's being really freaking stupid and annoying. But that's, video games. It's just letting out anger and aggression that's most likely usually never has something to do with them, except for the little bit that they're ruining your game. But yeah, in real life, I never absolutely destroy anyone. Because, like, even my negative reviews, the few negative, quote-unquote, negative reviews that I have on my channel, the only one I can think of is the Hellbabe, Behringer wah pedal. I'm not even that negative. I still say everything good about it, and I try and point out everything that's great about it, because there are a lot of really cool things that could be done with it, but there's a glaring flaw that just made me absolutely hate it. And apparently there are fixes, but you have to do physical modifications, which I would rather do to a different model. I'd rather keep my first one stock at least. I'm looking for a piece right now and I cannot find it. But yeah, it's just, this person just did everything wrong. They didn't even try and be a decent human being at any point through it. It was always about them the whole time. Where is this piece, dude? It's underneath the stickers, of course it is. So, yeah, that's my major thing that went on that really pissed me off. I actually had quite a busy day today. The things that help me sleep are these CBD gummies, which I did start taking slightly before I was technically legal to. I don't know if CBD is technically illegal for minors to consume. I'm not, actually I wouldn't even be a minor, but you know what I mean. I'm not at legal drinking age. But they gave them to me because it's CBD mixed with melatonin to help me sleep. I had been taking those for a while, and they were really helping me get a restful sleep. I was able to, I was up and doing things. I was able to just, I was able to do stuff. I was able to think. I was able to physically do things. But I ran out. We were usually pretty good about it, but I told my mom, and she unfortunately forgot. It's not her fault. I didn't think to remind her. I think I only told her once. I should have told her a few times, but yeah, I ran out. And so we're trying to get them, because we have to get them at a smoke shop, which is for cigarette smoke, not a weed shop. Because my mom and dad are smokers, and they buy tobacco and tubes and roll their own cigarettes with their rolling machine, because it's cheaper that way, and they refuse to just give it up. You know how smoking is. At least, if you're not a smoker, maybe you don't, but if you've been around smokers a lot, you usually know how it is. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they just refuse to stock the gummies, and when they do, they get this small stock or something, or someone's just grabbing them all up, and we couldn't get them forever. I was stuck for like 2 weeks without an actual good night's rest, and I'm still kind of in that boat, even though I have my gummies now. And my parents were being particularly difficult about the situation, because at least my dad is. My dad's pretty stubborn sometimes. I don't know. He can be pretty stubborn. And so he kept saying to wait to get the ones that we know will work, and then because my mom also mentioned possibly trying to order some other ones online, like through Amazon and stuff like that. But my dad said no, we should wait. And then literally the next day, it's all a weird timeline with how this story is going to go. I'm not very good right now. I'm quite tired, actually, and I'm kind of hungry, actually. So my brain isn't working at full capacity. So the timeline of the story is not the greatest. But, yeah. So then the day that he told us to wait, they actually did have gummies the next day, and we made sure to tried to reserve them. And I think we technically did successfully reserve a thing of gummies, or at least my mom had them call her when they got them in, and they did, and then she called me, but I guess she never told my dad. I didn't tell him, and so the next day, I mention it to him that I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get those gummies because my mom gave me money for it. And he's like, oh, well, I ordered you some to try, and they should be here today. It was just a whole thing for no reason. It is how it is with your family, I mean, some families work differently. Some families are perfect, some families are worse than mine, some families are like mine. But basically no one communicated with anyone, and we all did it horribly. But basically, in the end, I went out and got the gummies. I got the ones that I know work, brought them home. I don't think the actual gummies showed up in time anyway, so it was a good thing that I got the ones that I know work. The weird thing was that I tried the other brand of gummies because they're cheaper, but you also have to eat more of them, and they don't say how much melatonin or CBD is included in each gummy on this other brand, so I didn't like it very much, just for that simple fact, so I could actually know how much I'm taking of each. But yeah, they want you to take 3 to 5 of them, which the one that I normally get only has you take 1 to 2 if the 1 doesn't work. So they have you take 3, and then you take 2 more if the 3 don't work. And I don't know if I was just that stressed out, but first of all, the gummies didn't even help me sleep at 3, so I took 5 afterwards, and it still didn't totally help me like the other ones were. But yeah, and then the next day I woke up with a headache, and my dad took 3 as well, because he was like, oh, I need a good night's sleep too. But he also says that he thinks he woke up with a headache, so that's kind of strange, you know? So yeah, I don't much care for that brand. But the other really annoying thing now is that I'm taking the brand that I normally take regularly, and I'm taking it regularly, and I'm not getting to sleep any better, and I have not been sleeping well, because today, that's what I think I went on a long tangent, because I was going to talk about my day today, but because it was a long day, but I needed to preface all this with this starting point right here. I've been taking my gummies for, I think it's only been a couple days now, but when I first started, they did help pretty much almost immediately. I don't know if I've grown a tolerance to it though now, if that's my issue, but they're not helping me nearly as much. I don't know if I need to get it in my system now and let it circulate, but things usually hit me almost immediately. I'm kind of a weird anomaly, because doctors are always like, you know, it'll take some time to hit you on anything, and then they'll be like, it'll usually there's some weird pieces here that I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be actually grabbing. They look like they're supposed to be clear, and I think they're going to be the tubes, but I might be wrong. But the only thing that looks like it are these silver things. I don't know for sure if that's what it actually wants. I think these are it, though. I gotta remember where I was in my story. But yeah, basically, I am still not sleeping well, even though it's been almost 3 weeks of not good sleep. And today was kind of the worst. It's been a bad habit since I was young, but I need a TV on or something, or I need a TV show on to sleep. And it can't be music, because music always wakes me up, especially if it's a song that I recognize. There was one time where I had Seinfeld on, and I was near the end of the series on my nighttime programming, which was Netflix, so it goes in order. And it hit the last episode or whatever, and it started playing Time of Your Life, Good Riddance by Green Day, and I shot awake. And my brain was fully activated. If I was under the scanner, it probably would have lit up like a nuclear bomb, dude. So yeah, music cannot happen, at least not very often. It can't be a song I recognize and stuff like that. But I need people talking in the background to be able to sleep. So yeah, is this a lipstick? Okay, so there's this little piece, and I think it's gonna use it as like a weird little like tube or something. It's gonna use it as a piece in a tube, but it has this curve that makes it look like it's supposed to be a lipstick. Because I thought it was gonna be a power button or something, but I guess I'm wrong. So yeah, today I wake up at I take my gummies, you know, and I go to bed early because I'm so tired, which is early for me. Normally it's been midnight lately that I go to bed because I'm playing with my friend online, and that's kind of why I did that online analogy where people are annoying the crap out of me. But yeah, I was really pissed off at the game. I'm pissed off at life, so I just got off, and I was tired, so I went to lay down and take my gummies and hopefully sleep decently. And so I just, yeah, I managed to go to sleep at a fairly decent time. The problem is that I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So around 6 o'clock, I start to go to sleep, but then my mom freaking walks in and asks me if I want to get a haircut. Not at the time, but later in the day. But they were like, oh, we kept on forgetting to ask you, and I meant to ask you about it a while ago, and it's like, all right. But yeah, she comes in and asks me if I want a haircut. So then I think I'm about to get asleep again at one point, but then my dad comes in and says it's time to get up, because and I knew about this part. I didn't know what time exactly I would be getting up, but I had to get up early to go and do errands with my dad, and then after that, and then after the errands, I got to do a dentist appointment. So yeah, so the day starts with an emissions test, because we had to do the emissions test for our Honda. Actually, no, it was the RAV4. And we get there 30 minutes early, but we're in 4th place in the line. So, you know, once it opens up, we'll be in there right away. If we had waited any longer, we're probably going to be in a stupid long line. Like crazy long. Oh shoot, I may have just messed something up. I can't grab it out. Can I push it out? Okay, so what just happened here was I was supposed to put a bottle style thing before I put this in with these pegs, these studs, but I forgot the bottle because these are acting as tubes of some sort. So now I'm trying to come up with a solution to get it out, and I'm going to use another peg. I think this is a spare one, luckily, to push it out from the top. But yeah, it starts with the emissions test. We get in there. They let us in about 8 minutes early, which is cool. And we're actually done with our emissions test quite quick. However, these fools double up the stations. So for each lane, which I think there's only 2 or 3, there's two stations, one in front, one in the back. We had to go behind someone, of course. You know how it is. Also, this will not come out. But we're behind this guy. And unfortunately, the guy in front of us, the workers' printout thing, I'm pretty sure their emissions test was done, but their printout thing for whatever garbage receipt and other crap they have to give you was not working. So we're sitting here stuck behind this guy. People are driving off in the other lanes that were there, you know, only a second before us or even sometimes after us. So that's like the first frustration. God damn it. Can I make this work with what I have? It's not the same, but I wish I had a longer stick maybe to put in there. Like this. It's too big. But yeah, that's how it started. And then my dad, I love my dad, but he's really annoying to drive with. Whether it be you driving and him being a passenger or he be the driver. He was the driver. Today was just one thing after another. Shit. Oh, come on. Oh my god, where did that go? Alright, I'm just gonna hope that I have enough extra pieces to make another one. I'm gonna finally have a use for the extra pieces because I was a freaking idiot. Fun fact, I don't have enough extra pieces because they don't have another silver or see-through tube thing. So I have to go through, I have a bunch of stuff under my table and it flung into it and I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is, thank God. Didn't have to go too awful deep. But yeah, pretty much all the things went wrong today while driving. We were in the wrong lane at one point. We were in we were just, and then there was construction on one road, so then we couldn't go the proper way, and then he's just sitting there bitching about everyone's blinkers, because in Arizona people are really stupid and they don't use their turn signals, which I agree people should do, but you don't have to. I don't need to hear about it for the 100 millionth time. And then it's just constant complaining. It's just annoying and grating. So yeah, we're through the emissions test really quick, and then we're going through traffic not as quick, but we're running through our errands pretty fast. And so my dad, one of our stops is for my dad to get a haircut. We have coupons for it, but they're physical coupons. My mother took my coupon with her, so it was just my dad getting his haircut, and I could have had it done. It was, I can't get this thing out, and it's really fucking annoying. I might have to get some pliers or something. I'm running out of battery. But, God, I gotta get these pliers. Do I have any in here? No. Damn it. So yeah, we're sitting here doing our errands, and it's all before my dentist appointment. Oh my God, are you serious? Okay, we got it, thank God. So it's all before my dentist appointment, which is to get a minor cavity drilled and filled. And so, yeah, I'm not a very happy camper about even anything that's happening today. And the battery's dying. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to be done. I'm never gonna remember that story. Basically, everything went wrong today. I had to get a dentist appointment where, because we went to a new dentist that caught something that our old dentist didn't, and our old dentist sucked. So now we're going to this new place. They caught something, and it's but when I got it drilled, I was worried about it because I don't like shots, of course, but I didn't get the shot actually. I just kind of went in without any numbing because it was on the top, and they say that it was nowhere near the root, or it's not close to the root, so it shouldn't hurt. It hurt a little bit towards the very end of the drilling, but it was like less. I was like 30 seconds or less of drilling, thank God, but it did hurt a little bit. And then it was all just filling stuff from there. They went in there and ground it down, which was a little scary because I thought that they might mess something up, but they know what they're doing. And today was just not good, and I'm tired. So I'm hungry. So I'll see you in the next clips. Okay, we're back. So sorry if the face camera is in a slightly different position. I had to record something else in between the last recording of this. So yeah, I remember I was in the middle of like a long story, and it was just a long day. But yeah, it just wasn't, I don't know. I guess it's not important. I don't know. It's telling us to install our amp panel right here, right now. So one thing I was thinking about while setting up the cameras was that, to me, it was kind of a strange decision. Not a strange decision, but it's an interesting decision that they went with the Princeton amp instead of any other one. Because I don't know much about tube amps because I can never afford them, and they can be problematic for playing at normal people levels. So yeah, I've just never owned one, and I haven't done research on it because it's not important, because they're really expensive. So I don't need to do research on a bunch of if I ever would buy one, I would need to do a bunch of research. But anyway, my basic point that I'm trying to make is the only Fender amp that I know of other than the Fender Mustang series is the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, which, as far as my knowledge, is a more popular model of amp rather than the Princeton. The only reason I know the Princeton whatsoever is because of 60 Cycle Hum, because he uses Princeton's and then plays this goddamn jingle every time, and it annoys the crap out of me.
And, of course, I'm going to be running into the two Princeton's rig. Okay, here we go.
Especially when you watch a lot of videos back to back and then you hear it over and over again, it just gets real old. But yeah, there's another possibility that the Hot Rod Deluxe isn't even actually that popular either, and the only reason why I know that is because of that pedal show, because that's the amp that they recommend as your first amp, if I remember correctly. At least your first tube amp. I think my P1P 3D printer is ringing. I can't tell if it's in the room or outside. What the hell is ringing? Is that really my tinnitus or something? I don't know. We're gonna go to a concert eventually, and it's gonna be Tesla. I don't know. I might know some of their songs, but I don't know them off the top of my head. But my dad wants to go, and they're gonna be at the Pima County Fair. So I definitely want some musicians' earplugs, because my hearing is already annoyingly messed up, and it's just starting to become bothersome as is. Okay, one weird thing that they did here was that for this, they're just building it flat, like this. So you're just gonna put this block right here, like that. But it's not a 4x4 stud block, it's the one with half flat and half, it's half flat and half studded. But they put it flat here anyway, so I wonder if that has anything to do with anything, or if it was just simpler to just throw it in there rather than spend the extra time to put the other part in with it. I don't know. It's just a weird little interesting decision, you know. So just talking a bit about all the stuff that I was talking about last time. Life, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I handle life, I think, pretty well for my situation. And there's never really, usually, big things that happen to me. Like major things to actually be upset about. But there's just a million little things that just really get under your skin. And they just, it builds up, and I have like zero stress relief. Nothing actually relieves stress, makes me happy or anything like that. So, which is just the unfortunate thing, you know. And it's not because I refuse to be happy. It's because I just don't know. It's hard. I don't really enjoy anything, and nothing de-stresses. So it just kind of happens passively, maybe. I know people say that that's not how anything works, and that's not how it works, but I think it does, kinda. It seems to work sometimes for me. So one thing that I decided I was going to talk about is Gatorade. I have kind of a beef with Gatorade and water in general. My taste buds are really messed up. I have a hard time eating or drinking anything healthy. But Gatorade is kind of a good halfway point, even though the normal versions have like pretty much just as much sugar as like anything else. But they have the electrolytes and stuff like that at least. Do I have a lens flare coming off of that from some light or something? That's weird. I don't know what that's about. Maybe there's a smudge on the lens. I gotta clean that or something. But yeah, the problem with Gatorade is that all of their flavors are still kind of weird. So the two main flavors that I drink are green apple. I believe it's just normal. It's this one that I have right here. Yeah, it's just green apple. And then there's, I don't think it's Glacier Freeze, because I think Glacier Freeze was the one that I didn't like. There's a lighter blue one that I think I didn't like, and the darker blue one I like. One of them is absolutely atrocious, and the other is decent, but still a strange flavor. All of them are kind of strange flavors that are hard for me to really, like, I can't just purely enjoy it. It's always, there's a little something that I just always don't like, and it annoys it annoys the crap out of me. I guess it's really getting me worked up now that I'm slamming around the amplifier. I'm also missing a piece of somewhere. There it is. Cause like this blue flavor, I don't even know what the flavor actually is, cause it's just like a generic name, and it's not like blue raspberry. At least if it is, it's got a lot of mixtures and it doesn't make sense. And it's kind of sour, which I like sour things, but it's kind of also got a sweetness and a weirdness, and it's got a little bit of a strange aftertaste. Gatorade is just freaking weird, dude. It's kind of this anomaly, I think. Yeah, I tried the lemon lime flavor because I like Sprite and all that, but it's completely different. It was not great. I'm trying to finish it, and it's just taking me forever because I really just was not a fan of the actual flavor of lemon lime, I guess. And then there's this other pink one, pinkish, I think it's a watermelon mix or something like that. I don't remember. I think it's got a little bit of sour and then sweet and all that too, but maybe it doesn't. I don't remember. It's really hard for me to remember these Gatorade things. They're so weird to me, and that's just, I don't even think I could describe them as I was tasting them, let alone trying to remember what their abstract flavor is. What the hell am I looking at here? Okay, so we're supposed to put the Princeton Reverb sticker on this thing, but I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna put that here. It's supposed to be upside down. If this is upside down, then it has to go like this. Oh, but there's also the back of the amp, so it's gotta go over here. Okay. Do I have this on correct? I do. Okay, so now we have a long one and a single one. Some good news is that I don't know if I said it before, but I think I'm starting to have a pretty good setup for beginner classes. I'm figuring it out pretty good. Okay, so one weird thing here is, I don't know how well this is going to be able to show up, but on step 79 here, oh my god, I gotta stand up so I can see. It's kind of orange. I can't get a good light on it, but it shows the gem, which I think is supposed to be the power LED with the overly big one. Yeah, it shows it as like orange, but then over here, it's back to being red. I don't know how well that shows up, like I said. This is the crappier camera, but I think it's fairly visible that it's still way brighter on this side compared to that side, and it just doesn't even look right on this one. The good news, one of the greatest news, is that they gave me they gave me two of the red gems. So that means I have an extra gem. That was one of my favorite things as a kid, was all of these see-through parts and the gems and all that. For some reason it was one of the best parts. Okay, so it's supposed to go by the nope, I might not have an extra gem anymore. I'll find that later. Damn it. Can't believe I've done this. I'm such a loser, dude. It kind of looks like a big LED, but it kind of sticks out wrong, because normally it's a bulb LED, like a big round thing. This kind of sticks out weirdly, but it works for what Lego already had if they didn't want to make it. But wait a second. Why didn't they just use one of these pieces, but the clear? Because they have these, and they're going to be using these as knobs, Which honestly is kind of lame too, because they don't even really look like knobs. If anything, the gems, if they used these as knobs, would look more like knobs than this. I think they should have inverted this, actually. Huh. Yeah, kind of an oversight on that. I'm guessing these are I think they're supposed to be the control knobs. What makes the most sense. I have to, like, write down... I don't have a pencil. Dang it. I have to write down that I have to find that gem. I'll find it eventually, but I'd rather find it sooner than later, even though it's still just an extra piece. Okay, so now we have this faceplate. It's supposed to have a logo right here, but that's a sticker. And then these are the input jacks, which I think one of these is input and the other is foot switch, because it does have a foot switch with it. And there's also this tube for the foot switch. Okay, so now we're getting closer to assembling the full amp. I'm gonna try and do this good for the camera. How the hell does this work? I think I might have missed a step. Okay, well, the step I'm missing is that I was supposed to put these hook pieces on the bottom here so that I could hook it on these red hooks right here. I don't know how I missed that wherever it was, but I did. I'm just trying to make sure I get the orientation right, because it's supposed to be upside down like this, I think. Yes? Okay, give me a second. If I look at it like this, I gotta put it like so. Okay, so I do have it correct. Also, I'm supposed to put this right here and put a Fender logo on it. Shit, I popped out one of my tubes. I think it was my preamp tube. I don't know much about tubes, actually. So I have no idea which tube it was. Oh, frickin', it's in a really hard... It's actually in a hard place to put back. God damn it, why is tube amp repair so difficult? Okay, it was on the very end. Wait, something's not right here. The tubes are supposed to be in the front. I mean, like, in the front when you're looking at it. What? I built the whole bottom backwards, somehow. How the frick did I do that? Okay, well, we gotta take this off. Especially that replacing this tube is gonna be annoying. So, you probably can't see. Let's turn this around. But there's these mock tubes and other stuff in here that are in the back. I don't know how well you can see that. They're supposed to be in the front, looking in the back. So instead of like this transformer looking thing, that's supposed to be behind the tubes, instead of the tubes being behind it. So we have to try and pry this apart without absolutely destroying everything. Okay, you know what? This will be easier if I just pop it from these little slants here. At least put this back. Come on. Okay, so let's just do the easy things first. So like this. Shit, what did I just do? Oh, I attached another piece on accident. Okay, so now we do this, pull that, do this, put this, shoot, where was it? It's got it right there. I'm gonna put this tube here, put this other transform. Oh, okay, well, that makes sense why it didn't come off, because once again, they didn't use a 4-stud piece. They only used the two stud with the half flat, or it's the half. Oh my god. It's the 4-stud with half flat. Let's say it that way, because that makes more sense. Shoot, you mother of frick. Come on, give it to me. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know what these are. I don't know what these are supposed to be, honestly. Like I said, I've never owned a tube amp, so I'm not super familiar with all the stuff, because these look like they're regular vacuum tubes. This is some sort of special tube, obviously. I believe that is possibly one that gets hotter, and that's why it's red. Or it's a preamp tube. I don't really remember. Or it was a rectifier tube. I barely know anything about tubes as is. Alright, so now this should actually be correct. I don't know if I put everything exactly in the right spot, but for the most part, no one's gonna see it. Okay. Okay, let's just do one side at a time. And then hopefully I don't blow it up with the pressure. Okay, so now it looks proper. Because now it has the tubes and stuff sticking out the front, like I was saying, even though it's the back, so it's the front of the back. Oh, okay. So now we gotta go back to where we were, which I happened to flip to because it was kind of indented. And then I have to fix this still, which goes like this. And do it like this so you can see. Okay, I think this is right? It's as right as it's gonna be. You can actually turn the knobs because of the things, but it doesn't matter because it looks the same either way. Okay, so we're trying to stick it in here. We're trying to pop it. Oh dear God. Okay, I thought this was a little less stable than it actually was. I thought it was gonna push the whole thing in, the whole like circuit board in, but I think they made it more stable than that. Luckily, thank God they thought that through. They've thought a lot of things through. I was worried that wasn't one, but it was. Okay, so now we have the majority of the amp going up. Pretty cool, huh? So, all right, let me turn this back around a second. Okay. What the hell is this? Some clear plastic just sitting on my table here. It's a little disorienting because I'm looking at it from the wrong angle. It also doesn't seem right because I think these are supposed to be level. These are not. So the slant here isn't level like it's supposed to be. The slant to the flat part here. I don't know what that's about. How the frick did I mess this up? Did I miss another step somewhere? Yes, I did. Okay, so after you attach the thing, there's a little picture that I thought was just showing it being done, but there's actually more stuff that needed to happen, so now I need to try and get this off. I do have my remover tool, but I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, the way that I was born to do. And that's how that's done. You don't need any cool tools for it, except for I have to do it again. Alright, you know what? I'm going to try it. Let's see how this tool works. How am I supposed to do it? Oh, well it kind of worked, except for these are still attached. I feel like this tool is supposed to do something for this, but, it keeps loosening too much. Okay. Well, screw you too. That thing was unhelpful, and possibly just made things worse. Oh, Jesus Christ. The front of my amp is coming off. Put that shit back in there. There we go. The whole bottom of the amp was popping off for some reason. Is it working now? Not fully. Come on. There we go. Gotta squeeze it firmly but gently. And I'm still working on this. Oh my God. Alright, screw it for now. If I need it, I'll come back to it, but for now, I don't think I need it. I will need it, actually. God dang it. See, this is the absolute hell of Legos, is having the flat pieces stuck together. And then not being able to get them apart. It's even worse when it's the 1x2s. How do I get this off? This is supposed to be useful for this, like, right? You're supposed to be able to, like, angle it properly and, like, pull it off, but it doesn't stick to it whatsoever. If the pegs were a little bit bigger and it actually stuck to the frickin' tool, I might be able to pull it off, but it's just not how it works. What is even the point of this thing? I figured it out. Bro. Now that's forbidden rat knowledge right there. It's all about the direction. How many 5-year-olds knew how to do that? And I'm here at 21 not knowing how to use the dang Lego tool. You know why? Because no one thought of this when I was a kid. We had to do it the natural way. The way God intended. Okay, I need to just turn this around so I can actually, like, look at this the right way. Okay, so we're not supposed to have the slants in there yet, so they're supposed to go here. Okay. Then we have some flats, and then half flats with the stud sticking on the outside. And that is what we were missing. Okay. Bam. Probably doesn't look too much different from this angle, but it makes a big difference in the end. Okay. It also would have been significantly easier to remove these 4 pieces if I had these pieces here, because it's only hanging, because it has a completely flat piece in the middle of it, so I could have easily pulled it off if I hadn't forgotten the step. But if I hadn't forgotten the step, I wouldn't need to have pulled it off, so, you know, it's the duality of life. Oh boy, we're going into something advanced here. What the hell am I looking at? They want us to open bag 12 plus the tubes and these strands, which might have something to do with those other connectors. These tubes have gotten dusty. Are you serious? I guess they have been out for like, I think at least a month total now. I don't know. They're also rubber, so the dust is kind of sticking and it's really weird. Alright. I need bag 12. We have these clear pieces. Did I ever even use any of these clear pieces? I don't know, what? Did I ever even use these? I'll keep them with our little spares pile over here. We have a lot of spare parts, including a lipstick just for me. I don't know where to put the amp and where to put the pile. I think the amp should go behind the pile so you can see the pile. I think we're on the last bag here. I mean, it definitely seems like we're at the end of the model. I think I talked about it last time, but the amount of plastic in this frickin' in this kit is insane, and none of it is recyclable. For plastic, for food, some food, like wet foods that get wet and start leaking, that makes sense. Plastic for these things? Probably could do paper bags. You could still print on them. It's a lot easier to print on paper than it is on plastic. But yeah, like I said, I think I said this in the last episode, but I'm not a hippie or anything. But holy shit, we're not gonna. By the time I'm elderly, we're not gonna have resources. I'm not even gonna be able to even have a chance to enjoy being old, because there will be nothing left of anything. The robots will take over because people want to keep putting AI in everything. Robots will build robots, and then robots will take over. And we won't have any resources. Maybe that's why the robots won't be able to take over, is because simply we won't have any metal left to make the robots. Because stupid ass humans already used it all on stupid little toys that get thrown in the trash. I don't know. Am I putting anyone in the existential crisis yet? So I believe, for the most part, we're just going to be constructing the lid, and that's about it. There's also going to be the foot switch, but that's a small feat, you know, comparatively at least. Oh, okay, so I have to make sure I have the right orientation. I think this is it. Trying to straighten this out and it's not working. Now the pegs don't want to move. When I'm using the tool, it won't stick, but now when I want to slide something just slightly in place, it won't move. Oh my god, this one's crooked too. Oh, it just looks horrible. Alright, whatever. It looks like unfortunately they didn't put an actual type of handle on the amp, which is only like 1% disappointing. But it would have been really cool if they figured out how to make a handle, like an actual folding handle and stuff on the model, like in real life. But you can only ask for so much, you know. They allowed you to take to unscrew the speaker and all that. So, okay, where is it? It's right here. It's 2 studs back. Put it in the wrong spot on the other side, because you're supposed to leave 1 stud. Why are there so many flat areas? They put a bunch of studs on here anyway, but then they have these flat areas for almost no reason. They didn't do that for the Stratocaster, I'll tell you that. The guitar. Then you put this in the middle, and this is our handle, I guess. Pretty kind of lackluster of a handle, you know. Very unhelpful, but you know how it is. It be how it be. Okay, now we're gonna strengthen this up. It's 1 peg in. I believe that's 1 peg. Okay, and we're supposed to slap this on top. What? Does it just sit on top? What? Oh, so it's easily removable when you want to look inside at the model. Okay. Because they put all this effort into designing the circuitry, they're not just going to close it up. Okay. It makes sense now. Again, with the handle, it would be really helpful if the handle was more of a handle, and then it would be easier to pull this off. I mean, you can just grip it like the way I am now. But still, how cool would it be if you just had your little thing and then you just lift it off? Now you gotta clasp it all the way around. That one missed opportunity for that like 3% extra dopamine. Okay, it's kind of wobbly. I have to grab this dark gray peg and bring it right and plug it right here, and then we use one of these as the amp wires. And it says to put it on the bottom. They didn't color code it for red and white like it's supposed to be, but oh well. And they're supposed to go to the same place. Okay, interesting. I figured they would. How does most amps don't have it wired around the back as far as I've seen? Maybe the Princeton does. I don't think I've ever seen the back of. I haven't seen the back of any tube amp for the most part. Actually, it's very rare. At least, and usually when I do, I don't. It doesn't really matter. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. Their wires are way cooler in their picture. Mine are kind of interfering with my tube, and if I want the kind of like. I kind of want to tuck it behind this tube, but I'm pretty sure it would just push it out. So I can't really do that, and they have to look the way they are now. Okay. Oh, and then the last 2 tubes are for the spring tank. And the red goes to the red of the spring tank. Is this how this is wired in the actual amplifier? Someone needs to let me know. I guess I could look up pictures, but let me know in the comments if I don't put it in editing and look it up myself. Now I probably did just because I called myself out. I'm trying to push this on here, but it's kind of in a bad spot for. Oh, there we go. And then these spring tank wires will kind of keep in the other ones. Now this white wire is going to be kind of annoying and difficult because you have to kind of fold it back to keep it contained within the amplifier. Oh, and it's really hard to do it from this angle, trying to show it. Get this lid off. You know what? Just the lid for a second. Any day now. Okay, it's slightly on there. Just get it all the way though. There we go. How'd the wires turn up? That's pretty good. It's pretty decent actually. Look at that. It's not the most pretty, but it's pretty good for for doing it with Legos and not having it the way that they have it, because theirs are like, theirs are unrealistic. What the hell is this? Is there a back panel? Are they gonna cover up the whole back of the amplifier? But why? This is not gonna be as easily removable, I don't think, unless they have some like finger pincers. I was wondering why there were so many pieces left. But okay, so now we're working on a different part entirely. Oh, okay, so it's just going to be a frame around the back. It's not going to cover anything up. So I was going to say, if they're going to go through all that work for the lid, I don't know why they would just simply cover up the back so easily. Wait, there's a... what? What the hell what? Excuse you? Okay, I must have, like, accidentally did 2 pages. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to do these flat parts yet. I'm missing a piece somewhere. Is it under the book? Not by the looks of it, particularly. Oh, I think I see it now. It's underneath the bigger version of it. So it's completely encompassing it, like an eclipse. Except for that they're both black, so you can't see any of it. Okay. Okay. Huh. 2. Okay, so then it just says that it simply do the same thing. Okay, I was a little confused because I'm not working in optimal conditions here, so it's not exactly... I'm not exactly doing this perfectly. I mean, I am... The end product is still turning out the same, but it's not going as smoothly as it could because of me doing this. Because of me doing the video. But that's okay. It's more fun to film it for me. I don't know why. The really unfun part is the editing, which there's gonna be a lot of. That one of the most agonizing things was trying to edit that last Lego video. I think I remember having some difficulty getting through it. Hopefully, I made it a little more entertaining in the end. But if you thought that the last one was boring for some reason, you can only imagine how boring it was watching the whole thing and having to watch it effectively at least 5 times over. Because of how many times I have to scrub backwards, get the timing down on things, and then get the audio levels correct and all of that. So, yeah. I have this piece of tape that's stuck to my table and it needs to go away. It keeps messing with my build area here. Yeah, you little sucker, get the hell out of here. You know, just go on the floor. You'll get vacuumed. Alright, so now we have this cover right here. How does it... There we go. Alright, clampy, yeah. So now we have the smexy little border, and there's probably there's these little things here, so it's probably gonna be just a thing, like a board in between it, because I know that's a thing for some reason on amplifiers where they have the open back, but then they have the board in the middle anyway. Let's see. Okay, well, it's not through the middle, but it's on the bottom. Is it just me, Or is this very unsatisfying? Having all these smooth areas, but then having these studs right in the middle anyway. I wonder if there was like a few corners that were cut, like with these pieces, to bring the price down a little bit more. I don't know how much it would cost them to add 4x4 or 2x2 stud squares, and then you know, actual flat things for this, and the pick guard on the guitar and all that. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're done with this, so we just put it on the back here. I'm guessing like this. Yeah. We install it on the bottom, and then you still have visibility of majority of the cool things happening. You can't really see the spring tank, but you get inference of it from the wires, and then you're supposed to look down on it, even though this is probably gonna be up on a higher shelf probably when I'm done. Who knows? I don't know where I'm gonna put this honestly when I'm done, but I need to put it somewhere safe. Is this wrong? I think I put the badge on wrong. It's supposed to be like this instead of tilted the opposite way. That probably makes more sense, right? Maybe? I think so. I'll have to check in the end again, because I have to put the stickers on at some point. Hopefully. Wait, are they blocking it off more? Oh, they do have the mid thing. And it covers up the tubes and stuff. The back is useless! It's kind of like the whole argument of the speakers and all that is your most important thing for your guitar tone. But you can't see it, so no one wants to invest in it, and it can't possibly change your sound and be that helpful because it doesn't look cool. And that's why everyone wants to argue about tone woods and stuff like that, because you can change the cabinet, and the cabinet can look cool, but the speaker, no one sees a speaker except for tone nerds that click on the behind the scenes videos that only two rock related news people do, or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Okay, where does this go? It's supposed to go on the back here like this. Well, it definitely looks like an amp. And it has access for the foot pedal and the other inputs. I don't know which input is supposed to be which, because I don't own the amp, obviously, so... And we're putting some feet on it. That's cool. So we needed gray studs, right? But dark gray is what I need. Issue: don't have dark gray studs. Do I even have 4 gray studs? I do. I have a bunch of regular gray studs. Are these supposed to be normal or dark? I think they're supposed to be dark, but I don't think I have them. I may have used them in the wrong places somewhere along the line. 'Cause yeah, I really don't see them. I know I say I'm missing pieces a lot, but this time I'm missing them, and I'm pretty sure the only reason why I'm missing them is because they're somewhere in here, but they weren't supposed to be. I mean, these ones will be fine. It's the feet. You can barely even see the feet. Oh, my front is popping off again. I wonder if that's going to be an issue. Why is this... Why? My Legos are warped. So right here on this corner, it keeps warping off. And I don't know why it's being pushed like that. That's really annoying, actually. It keeps popping off. I'll glue you, you son of a bitch. I won't glue it, but still. Really freaking lame. It's supposed to be facing... It's supposed to be facing like this, so that I can actually properly see it. And make sure I put these feet in the right places, because I don't think they go in the absolute corners. Yeah, they're slightly offset on the front parts, but the back ones go... No, wait, do they go in the corner? Okay, the back ones also are offset, so never mind. Now it has feet. It probably would look better if I had the dark gray, but I only have one dark gray. How much better does it look with the feet? I can barely tell. Alright, but you know, that's what it's all about, huh? Okay, so now we're working on the foot switch, which this is the classic Fender foot switch, which I believe I have because it's a hand-me-down from my dad, but it's in pretty bad condition. The other day when I was out having a bad day, I actually saw on Reverb that there was new old stock of some of these Fender foot switches, and they wanted like $50 or $60 for it. On top of it was found in Sweden, or at least whoever had it was in Sweden. So then the shipping was astronomical. It was like 100 to like 180, I think, for some reason. Well, not for some reason, but I think that's why I remember it being for some reason. But yeah, so it'd be kind of cool to buy one, but for $60 for a 2-pedal foot switcher that I don't even have a proper amp for, yeah, probably not gonna happen. Especially that $60 is a steep price for it. $200 is an extremely steep price. You can buy a GAFC for that. You can buy a GAFC 2 or whatever, the Pro, the more advanced one for the Boss Katana. I really hope I don't. Okay, I have 2 grays. I was gonna say I really hope I don't have to mix and match my studs here, because I was worried that I only had one. What the hell? So I definitely am using the wrong pieces somewhere, because this gray stud has a hole in it. So that's I think that's a spare part for the tubes. So now it's like this, but they're gonna get covered anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. Because then you put the flat studs on top of those to actually look more like the actual foot switches that you have on guitar pedals. So you can't tell like this, but I'll know. I'll know that I messed it up, of course. Just like I'll know that it has light gray feet instead of dark gray, even though it's supposed to have it. This is a horrible design at the moment. Are these tubes different diameters? No, this is just gonna be a real pain to get in there. So they want you to put this T-slot in the tip of the tube, but the tip of the tube on both sides is too small because it's the same. And then you hook it onto here. When did it say to put the frickin' things on here? I guess I'm supposed to put these slopes on here, which does make it look more like the real thing, but I just would have liked if it was a little more obvious. They highlight it in green on one step, but they don't have the thing saying the amount of pieces, because they have it over there. They're changing the format, and it's not okay. Okay. Oh my god, they expect me to do it twice? How can you do this to me? A step to the side. So we have this tube here, and I have to try and really shove it in the hole that it's not meant to go in. And I'm supposed to do it twice. How? Am I missing something? They just say to raw dog it. I don't know if there was like an adapter or something, but they just say to shove the bigger piece into the smaller piece. But the smaller piece is too small. Bro, frickin' please. How are you supposed to do this? Oh. Damn it. I had it. It was inserting. Bro, this is actually stupid. I cannot. Oh, wait. No, it's staying. No. It's really rejecting it still. It knows that this is unnatural. It's like butthole sex. It knows that it's not natural. It's rejecting it. Come on. Alright, well, it's in. You can see that it's in, but it needs to be. I would prefer if it was farther in so that it wouldn't fall out. But I can't grip onto it, especially that I get sweaty hands. I get disgusting sweaty hands. so I can't really grip onto it. I don't want to use pliers because I don't want to mess up the rubber. We have this grippy thing. I wonder if that'll work. I'm hoping to finish this before the battery dies, but at this rate, it's not looking good. Keep sliding the tube through my hand, but not the T into the tube. Alright, whatever. Fine. It better not come out or else I swear to God I'm suing. One problem, I have to do it again. Oh my God. I have to technically do it 2 times because then I have to put one of these lipsticks into the other side. Please. Have mercy. Is this bendy? No, it just looks like it. It's an optical illusion. Come on. Damn it. It's so annoying. It was so annoying the first time. I have to do it again. Hopefully the other piece will be a little easier. Is it the same size? It might be even bigger. Oh my God. Who thought this was a good idea? You couldn't have made the tube any bigger? Like an actual size for Legos whatsoever? What does this even fit into? It's not even big enough for that. This is dumb, dude. This is dumb. How did I do it the first time? Come on, yeah. Yes! No. Boys always have trouble finding the hole. It's so close. I'm gonna need gymnast powder or whatever for frickin'... I'm gonna need workout powder just to be able to put this in here so my hands don't get sweaty and I can keep it in there. Alright, it's actually inserted, like somewhat. Now we just have to actually get it in the tube more. Oh God, okay. I think we have it about as far as the other one got. Maybe a little farther? I don't know. It's gonna have to stay like this. They show it being all the way to the top, but it's not. It's a freaking lie. And now I have to put the lipstick in there, which means I have to put a straight line into it. Oh, and the lipstick is bendy, so you can break the freaking thing. Come on. There we go. Damn it! I thought it was in there. Come on. Okay, it's in, and of course I can't get it all the way in. I put it in the wrong way. The red part's supposed to go in. That was way simpler, not gonna lie. But that's probably because it's flexible, much like the tube, and 2, it has the slant. Alright, whatever. Wait, what? Okay, one side isn't supposed to have this. Okay, I put the wrong thing on the wrong side. So the one without the lipstick is the one that doesn't get attached to the foot pedal. Bam. Show me your secrets. That is a horrible view. I'm guessing it goes to this one instead of the one that's closer. I really wish my freaking top thing would sit still. Are you serious? Can I turn my tube? There we go. Okay, I thought I was about to have a mental breakdown if I couldn't make this freaking foot switch sit on the ground properly. I would be so freaking annoyed and mad. Wait, what was the point of this then? It just puts this with the it just puts the guitar with the amplifier now. Okay, you're supposed to plug the guitar. Wait, what? Wait, are you f***ing kidding me? It was 2 separate steps. It can't come out, dude. Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Okay, I got it. Oh my, I was about to lose my shit. I'm supposed to use it. It looks like you're supposed to do both of the chords at the same time. That is not the case. You need to take 2 more lipsticks, put the red side into the butthole, and force it in. God, my hands are a little achy after that. I'm having a hard time getting them properly. I'm trying to push this shit in there still. This is still the stupidest idea. I wish they would have made it a little more not agonizing to put in. Alright, it's almost all the way in. So at least there's that side. That'll probably go with the guitar. Then we have to do it again to have another jack for the amp side. Running low on battery. We still have 20 minutes or so though. Okay, it's almost all the way in. So now, take our amp, flip it around. It's got its foot switch, and then we have. So there's probably a high and a low input, like high and low gain input. Also, the directions show it with the red Stratocaster. Bad manners. It's bad manners. So we need to plug it in to here, like so. I hate these plugs so much. Just please. You're killing me. You're gonna get this. I'm having an ulcer after this. Okay, just. God damn it. Get off me. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the entire jack off the guitar to then force it in. That's all the farther I can go anyway. Alright, cool. Bam. Bam. Can't even see a good angle of it, and this is just sticking up in my face. Can you believe this crap? There is one last step, which is to, you take some of these, ooh, that's a cool one. So you're supposed to put one of these triangles. They're like rounded triangles, they have rounded backs. They're like round, it's supposed to make, it's like a fourth of a circle. And you're supposed to use them as picks. So then you put a pick behind here. I think I'm gonna stick it on one of the pegs because it's not really holding, the strings aren't really holding it properly. And so it doesn't really look right. But oh well. And then you're supposed to take some of these other colors. I don't know why, I don't know who makes a golden pick that's like, I know it's probably not gonna be real gold, but like even a fake, like as a color code or anything. I don't think Dunlop makes gold, as far as I know. But yeah, you're supposed to take them, you're supposed to take your amp, and you're supposed to do the classic gigging thing of just putting them in the bottom area, this is storage, as pick storage. If you ever are missing a pick, you know where they are. And that's the end. It ends with you throwing picks in the back of your amplifier. Wow. That was a journey. I still don't think I ever used clear of these things. I might have, but I also have 2 extras. Did I not? I think I might have done this wrong somehow. Somewhere, a few ways along the way. I still haven't put the stickers on either. I'm a little nervous about it. Not gonna lie. We have 15 minutes. I hope I can put stickers on in 15 minutes, but who knows. Okay, let's try and do the first one. Oh dear. I thought of an issue. I should have just done it when we had them. With this Princeton Reverb one, it might get stuck to another piece. It should never be taken apart, but if for any reason it does, that might be an issue. Okay, so we need the Fender shiny logo for the front of the amp. I wish they would have done this for you, but oh well. Oh my god, I think it's just slightly crooked. Oh well, it's not very noticeable on this. Plus, it's gonna be tilted anyway. Okay, then let's try and do the Princeton, the amplifier thing. I'm sorry that you can't get a good view of this, but these are things that I can't change afterwards, so I need to do them right. Get the frick out of my way, you little son of a... Oh dear. Alright, well, it's pretty far to one side of the block, but you can't tell if it stays together. And then there's 2 more stickers. One more on the amp, which is the serial number. I should have waited to turn it around. Wait, what the hell? Where was the serial? Okay, serial number was up here, I think. Oh, frick, where was it? They have the serial number already on, so I think it is that. because it goes right there next to, oh wait, they never used that. What the hell is that? That's weird. And for the serial number, it actually doesn't really matter if it's a little crooked, because that's kind of usually how serial numbers are. They're usually at least a little bit crooked. And it definitely is a little bit crooked. Oh well. And then the final one I will try to show you. Let's just unplug the jack again, because it is the back plate of the neck. These damn rats in the vents. Okay, should it go up like this? If not, I can take the piece off. Ah, shit, I still didn't put it on there right. I hate stickers so much. I didn't put it on there very good, but it's still harder to tell, I think, unless you really look for it. Okay. So, this was a fun Lego build. I did have some criticism along the way, and there were some things that I thought didn't make sense quite as much, and I thought there were better ways that they could have done it. But who knows how it is behind the scenes. This cable is coming undone, kinda. It's really pissing me off. Why is this extra? Unless I did that wrong somewhere. But yeah, these cables are pissing me off, kinda. So we have a lot of spare pieces, but it is finished. I don't know what to say now. It's been a long journey, but we're finally done here. Let me get this properly angled now so you can actually see the full thing. At least majority of the full thing. There you go. So, here it is. We have the Fender Princeton amp, and we have the Fender Squier. Wait, no, Fender Stratocaster, which it's unclear which Stratocaster it's supposed to be. It just is. So, if you like this video, consider leaving a like. If you want to see me do more Lego builds for some reason, let me know. I know this wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but I don't know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the dynamic of talking about music over Legos, because Legos used to be one of my favorite toys as a kid. Nowadays, I just don't have the room for them and all that, and they're pretty expensive. Some of them are actually quite cheap. Like, I think the bonsai tree is one that I wanted to get because I wanted the cherry blossom version of it, and I think it was only like $30 or $50 at most. But yeah, so let me know if you'd want to see that video for some reason, the bonsai tree video, if I ever get that. We normally do music related stuff around here, but sometimes we mix it up like this. Usually the mixed up content is a lot of 3D printing lately, but that's because that's what was important. But also lately it's been a little less. So if all that sounds good, please consider subscribing. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you. Especially without skipping, that would be one thing. That's another thing. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. So that's all I have to say. So I'm gonna say bye-bye.